But on to the next. So, I haven't really been paying attention to this, but maybe you can shed some light on this Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj thing. So I know he said some things about her, and I don't know what's been going on.
I had to go back on the story, but honestly, from what I know and what I understand, is that I think Nicki Minaj got at Meek Mill and whatnot, because they used to date and stuff.
Right.
And Meek Mill, he's kind of building and doing his thing, and I think she said something to him that fact, like, yeah, you were abusive or some shit, like in a relationship or something.
Okay.
I think that's what it was, and I think Meek Mill said something about, your man's this, that, and the third. And she's like, well, you didn't do this. And like, Meek Mill's like, well, you're trying to be pure and everything, saying that I abused you, but, you ended up housing like 2 known pedophiles.
Exactly.
And protecting them. Your brother and somebody, I think your brother and your husband. And like, it just escalated.
Brother got like 25 plus years. Because they said not only did he sexually molest the young girl, but he did it over and over again. They use the term over and over again. Like,
damn.
So it was like, that's ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't get what you getting out of some kid?
Yeah.
What are you getting out of that? That's gross, man. I mean, there's no room in that. I mean, I'm just, all right. But anyway, so we're going, we'll find out more information and we'll keep y'all posted on that, on Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj.
And then fuck Facebook. Yeah. They done dropped out.
Facebook just don't want to let us live, man. They just don't want to let us live.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it'll kick back in. Let's
see. It died.
Did it die?
It died.
Oh, well. It'll be all right. If you're missing the show on Facebook, go to YouTube and check it out. You get the whole episode on YouTube.
You get the whole episode. So you get the full funny.
Right.
You get missing the deleted scene.
Yep.
You get me up there shaking up on the chair with my butt out. My lower back, as I like to call it.
Yeah, man.
You get to see all that.
Yeah, man.
You get to see the gooch.
Right.
I play.
The gooch.
Yeah, you like, damn. We need to fight like a motherfucker.
Yo, I wanted to know what the fuck that nigga look like. The gooch.
The gooch. But man. And also too, I think they dropped this album, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj. They dropped the album in the same day, which is funny because I thought Nicki Minaj retired.
Yeah, what happened to that? So I don't know, man. I can't really deal with her too much no more, man. I mean, because I never got a sincere, feel from her. It just never felt sincere. Now, when she was doing her underground thing, but before her and the whole Little Kim thing jumped off, when she was doing the underground and mixtapes and all of that, I actually was feeling her. But as soon as she got out there and got well known, it turned into something different. I was like, this don't even feel authentic no more. You know what I mean?
I mean, I ain't gonna say like she couldn't rap or nothing.
Oh yeah, she could definitely rap her ass off.
Yeah, she still got it. I mean, she had it, but I just don't. But I wasn't too much of a fan of it.
Yeah. But again, shout out to Instagram, shout out to YouTube and Facebook. Y'all catch up later because Facebook keep giving us trouble. But and don't forget, man, like, share, subscribe. We really need your help. Again,
brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters.
Share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
So and also since we up there talking about Nicki, let's go ahead and talk about this trash ass list, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that. There's a new list. We had a list in 2019 of the top 50 rappers. Now we got a new list as the top females. And was it the top 50? Was it 50? Yeah. And
guess who the fuck they put up there on number 1?
Hit him with it.
Hold on, let me hit him with the drum roll on this shit. Anyway.
I don't want to let us know.
Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, everybody. Number one. Number one. The top greatest female.
I saw on the list Iggy Azalea. And she wasn't like up near the top, but it was just like, why is she even on a list? I mean, whoever making these lists, I mean, they're pretty much a joke. So, you know, you're going to keep getting clowned over these lists. But, you know, Iggy Azalea, she shouldn't even make nobody's list. Who else they had up there? They had, I think Kesha was up there. I think it was some other singers.
Singers?
Singers.
They had singers?
Yeah, it was some singers up there.
How Remy Ma get lower than Nicki?
Exactly. There was some people who just do singing, don't even do rapping that was up there. I can't remember who it was, but call out a few names up there. Who else they got up there that don't need to be up there?
Cuban Dog, Katie got banned.
Who the hell is that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're trying to figure out. Amanda Perez.
Who the hell is that?
Jolene Hernandez.
Jocelyn Hernandez. That's the chick off Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
That was messing with Stevie J.
Oh, okay.
For what? No.
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe, yeah. Now, Janelle Monáe does do a little bit of rapping, but she's not a rapper. She's a singer she's kind of like Chris Brown. She likes to dabble in a little rap every now and then just to, you know what I mean? Fergie, yeah, there's another. I told you singers. For what? For what? You see what I'm saying? You see how this is a joke, man? That's why I'm like, who is making these fucking lists? They don't even mention like females like MC Trouble from back in the day. They don't have like Sparky D and Debbie D. You know what I mean? Sha Rock.
As I was about to say, the first female. If it wasn't for y'all, you know, she birthed all y'all bitches.
You know?
Birthed all y'all bitches. Not to call y'all bitches. She birthed all y'all bitches. I'm gonna say it.
It's like, come
and
on,
Snoop was in, he said it too.
Right.
I
mean, speaking of Snoop, he called Gail a funky dog head bitch. That's the funniest shit I seen in my life, yo. I was like,
I don't want to do it. I'll do it, dude.
Like, dude, you stupid as hell.
He hesitated, dude, but he was like, I'm gonna do it.
Called a funky dog head bitch. Yo, that's funny, man. I mean, you know, no disrespect to her as a woman, but, you know, just him throwing a jab at her or whatever for what she said. But before we get into that, because we got to get into that too, you know, the Oprah and Gail and all of that. But yeah, this top 50 list, man, I mean, it's trash, and I don't know who made it. But stuff like that makes me upset because now I feel like I gotta make my own list like I did with the last one to show what a real list should look like. Now my list, I can't say it's the ultimate list, but I'm gonna include those females like Sha Rock, you know what I mean, Sparky D, Roxanne Shante, Pebbly Pooh, you know what I mean, Debbie D, you know what I mean, people who should be on there. That MC Trouble, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are y'all thinking? Do your homework if you're gonna make a list like that. Do your fucking homework and go back and find some real talent, not just people like Fergie who sing at a fast pace so it seems like they rapping. I mean, come on, she's not a rapper at all. Come on, dog. But anyway, man, who else they had on there? Anybody else?
They did Rhapsody dirty. They got her like 3 slots from the bottom.
Exactly. How the fuck are you gonna put somebody like Rhapsody way near the end? She should be damn near in the top 5 of that. You know what I mean? As far as lyricism.
Say top 5, but
yeah.
Because I mean, she still gotta climb a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I mean, as far as lyricism, she's one of my top 5 females. But you know,
they don't have fucking Jean Grey in this.
You see what I'm saying?
Jean Grey slaughter all of these bitches.
Is Babs Bunny on there? Is Babs on there?
Don't see Babs.
Come on, man. How the fuck you got a list without Babs or Jean Grey? Babs or Jean Grey? Come on, man. Help me out.
Man, y'all fucking know.
I could find a chick in my neighborhood who could probably do a better hip hop song than somebody like Fergie and Iggy Azalea and all of that shit, man.
Let me throw this out. that your ass. Anyway, sorry.
Nah, you good, man. Whoever made that list need that pow. You know what I mean? Pow, pow.
We don't want to eat.
You know what I mean? I don't get it, man.
Yeah. We're going to come up with a list.
Yeah, we're going to come up with a list.
We're going to come up with a list.
So y'all can see what real female MCs are like.
We'll do the female MCs. We'll do like the 50 top 50 of all time with the males, and we're gonna do the group. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We'll do that. You know, we got how many days left? Well, the next episode we'll get together and we're gonna write it. We're gonna have the list and like this is the list. This is what we feel. And we can explain. We're gonna break it down just a little bit. We gonna do too much, but we'll just break it down and just like, hey, this is what this is.
Yeah, man. We might have to do a whole show on just stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about this Gayle and Oprah and Kobe Bryant situation. You good with that? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, as y'all know, Gayle King did an interview with my girl Lisa Leslie, and she asked her about Kobe. And they were having a good interview. They were talking about Kobe's legacy and in the NBA game and all of that. But then she kind of threw a curveball in there and started talking about the rape accusations and asked Lisa Leslie, did she ever notice anything and how she felt about Kobe during that time? And Lisa Leslie put it so beautifully. I mean, she told her basically the media needs to stop this shit. She was like, y'all need to leave this shit alone because the shit is old. She said, in Gayle's face, she said, if you wanted to know some shit about this, you should have asked him when he was alive. Exactly. You should have asked him back when it happened. Exactly. And you know what I mean? She said it in the most poignant, charismatic way. And so I love that about her. She didn't get angry and, try to fuss her out, but she just let her know. And you as the media as a whole, y'all going about this shit the wrong way. And so she was like, when I hung out with Kobe, I hung out with him. I never found him doing any malicious behavior like that. And I never saw anything. So whatever it is, the case got dismissed in the court. And here go Gayle. Well, yeah, it just got dismissed. Right? Like, that's not good.
And how do you know?
Right.
How do you know?
Yeah.
She was going to be in the WNBA.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of a sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, Lisa, go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Mm-hmm. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, well, it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify, so it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
And like you said, Lisa Leslie, she did it the nice, political way.
Very PC. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
but my man Snoop!
Snoop.
Nah, Snoop!
I mean, the black community as a whole basically started roasting Gayle King, and Snoop was one of the main ones. And so then somebody came out and went after Snoop. I forget the lady's name, but she's in politics or whatever. She was in Obama's cabinet, I believe. And she went after Snoop saying, you know, basically you better leave Gail alone or we going you know, come after you, you know, and kind of that, you know, not like real physical, but just leave her alone or she got a lot of supporters. And then what's funny is after that, my man, Willie D came out and said the same thing. If y'all leave Snoop alone, we gonna come after y'all. He got a lot of supporters. Like,
speaking of which, with Willie D, I'm glad you mentioned him brought him up. He actually mentioned that Bill Cosby, commended Snoop Dogg. Let's fucking clap that up.
Yeah, man. You know it's crazy when Bill Cosby he found a way to tweet from jail and supported Snoop Dogg saying, you know, when Snoop, you know, was talking about Gail and the whole Kobe thing, you know, Bill was like, you know, he appreciated that, you know what I mean, because Snoop gave Bill a shout out. And he was like, yeah, you know, free Bill Cosby, you know, and Bill was really appreciative of that.
Well, I was going to say too, man, just to bring it home. I mean, not to bring it home, but the thing of it is, I think like Cosby's really trying to set himself up when he gets out.
Yeah.
That he'll have like the black community on his side, especially the youth. I mean, and he knows that Snoop still kind of got quite a bit of the youth, you know, on his side. So him aligning himself with that, not necessarily that he's making power moves. I'm pretty sure that he's genuine in what he's doing. But what I am saying is he's trying to align himself with them, and that way, you know, I mean, who knows, man? We'll see like a Snoop Dogg and Bill Cosby album. Like, what it do, Snoop? What it do, man? Well, let me tell you something. I'm like to rap about the pudding and the pudding pop and some of the, you know. Right. That's what I'll be rapping about.
That was my show back in the day, boy. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Yeah, they need to bring that back on Netflix, man. Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I will say this about the Bill Cosby situation. I'm sure there was something going on to his accusations. I mean, he even admitted some stuff went on, but what he's saying is just like Russell Simmons said. It's not to the level that they're saying it was. You know what I mean? They're exaggerating the truth to make it sound worse than what it was. Yeah, some shit happened, but it wasn't to the magnitude that they're saying. So, and he even said they offered him, they said we can let you out of jail or prison early for good behavior if you want. He said no.
Nah, the reason why, because they needed him to confess.
That's what I mean. That's why
to what he was.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I'm not doing that because that means I gotta admit that I was guilty of all this shit that y'all accused me of, and that's not the truth. So he said, just on that principle, I'm not going to do it. I stay in here the whole fucking time. So that's when I gave Bill Cosby the most respect.
Yeah, man.
Because I mean, for a man to stand up for himself like that, you know. If he know he did all of that shit they was accusing him of, he'd have been like, yeah, I want out. You know what I mean? Like Tekashi, I want out. I don't want to stay.
I ain't trying to stay, man.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so, you know what I mean? Oprah came out and she started crying about it, Gail, and talking about how Gail was getting death threats and stuff like that. I mean, I get it. Nobody should be giving her any death threats. That's wrong altogether.
It shouldn't do that.
And all the people who are coming at her on social media like Snoop and Willie D, there's never been any threat of physical harm to her. They're just more so standing up and basically giving her harsh criticisms because she's wrong for the way she's approaching things. I mean, her whole thing is if the studio who took this video with me and Lisa Leslie showed you the whole thing, it would be a different context. And what you said, there's no way you can take that out of context. You blatantly, the whole argument is that you brought up Kobe Bryant's rape case without it needing to be brought up. The interview was supposed to be about his NBA legacy and what he's done for the game, period.
Yeah.
All the people he's inspired and all of that. And then here you come. But what about the rape? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. The case was dismissed. He didn't serve no time or none of that. I mean, you could tell that she was trying to say, but that don't mean he was telling the truth. You know what I mean? Because when Lisa said, I never saw him do anything bad, here comes Gail talking about some, well, as his friend, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it. You know what I mean? Like it probably happened, but you just didn't see it. it probably happened, but you didn't see it. And it's like, why do you keep going through so many links just to prove how bad this man was?
Well, let me say this too. Let me say a couple of things. One, to everybody out here, particularly not to make it a race thing, but you know, white people out there condemning people, particularly people of color, men of color. Let me tell you something. And I said this on my We Lost in Thought thing. If there's a God and he comes down to judge, you better have your shit together.
Yeah,
He's
man.
coming back on all y'all stuff, man.
Exactly.
So I mean, my thing of it is, man, just like live and let live. And you know, we're people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make mistakes. And you know, like Howie at 26 don't move like Howie at 36.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a time of growth. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn like, well, yeah, you know, I thought like this, but you know, now that I got older, you know, I can really think about like, you know, this. I had to change my thinking on this perspective. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't be quick to judge and act like y'all all perfect because y'all ain't.
Exactly. So.
And then another thing, I want to give a quick shout out to my man Gary Owen.
Yeah.
Because what he did a short little video
On Instagram.
Yeah,
I
particularly
saw that.
talking about, you know, the whole freeing, what's his name? What the comedian?
Oh, Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, Ari Shaffir. Well, we shouldn't say his name anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was like, and we can apply this to here too. Say, he didn't respect the power of black people. He said, I'm white and I can see it.
Yeah.
So the power of black people shutting shit down.
Yeah.
So man, yo.
I mean, he put it the best. You know what I mean?
2020, the vision getting clear, baby.
I'm telling you, man.
But we here.
Yeah.
We here,
I
son.
mean, I couldn't have said it better. He said, when black people come together, you better watch out, basically. Because and he was even trying to address black people as in general. He was like, if y'all knew your power, you know what I mean? When y'all come together, you know what I mean? This is an example of it. You know what I mean? When y'all come together, instead of bickering and fighting amongst each other, this is what kind of shit can happen. You know what I mean? United, you're better than you are divided. So,
And see, that's another thing too. I was gonna say this. You know, with him saying that, dang, I lost my thought. Go ahead.
no, you good, man. That was basically all I was saying, because he was just really, you know, smart about how he said it. Because, you know,
this is what I'm gonna say. I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
You good.
You know, you got Gail and Oprah. You know, one thing they might, you know, be catering to their white audience now, but you don't understand. That's the thing, man. Gail and Oprah, particularly Oprah, they got built off. They built themselves off the success of black women. Black women back in the day supported Oprah. My mom included. Hell, she even sacrificed my ass over. Like, I'm gonna watch Oprah. Mom, I got a broke leg. Oh, she's gonna have to walk it off, baby. I'm watching Oprah. I'm watching Oprah. 4 o'clock.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like black people built up Oprah.
Yeah.
She cannot deny that. They build her brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Like, but for them to attack the men folk like that and not go after the other people that, you know, like the Weinsteins and the Trumps, how come you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't attacking them.
Yeah.
You ain't doing no specials on them.
And here's my thing, you know, I will say this. In my opinion, when it comes to Oprah and Gail and people in her position, I don't necessarily think that she or Gail dislike black people in general.
Yeah.
I think that they have been in Hollywood and all of that shit so long that their mind frame has just shifted a little more into that kind of judgmental mind frame of, you know what I mean, like that whole like let's say you have a rich person who's making millions and a person who's making pennies on the dollar is just like, you know, man, I wish I could be like you. And the rich person is just looking at them like, yeah, well, work harder, you know, try to do better, you know. And it's like, sometimes it's not just you looking at it from a one-sided perspective. And I think that's what happens. That mentality causes you to think a certain way. Maybe it's the money, or maybe it's the people that hang around. But after a while, you start to think with this prejudgmental, oh, well, if you want to be like me, all you got to do is work hard. And sometimes it's not all it is.
It's funny that you said that, because I was just thinking about, the whole thing with Monique. You know what I'm saying? That's something that she brought up. Like, she talked to Oprah and they said that, but then, Oprah was the one that was kind of making it harder for them to come up.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man, but I don't hate Oprah or Gayle. I just wish that they would kind of sit back and think about the direction that they've been going in lately, because like you said, Oprah seems to be willing to accept these, stories about the black men, but you don't hear her really talking about, well, let me do a special about Harvey Weinstein or Matt Lauer or Kevin Spacey or any of these thousands of white guys who've been accused just as hard as the black people have.
Shoot, at least the black guys getting men. Hell, most of them white boys, they getting them little boys and all that other shit.
Right. Shit. So it's like, if you're going to stir that pot, you got to stir everybody in there.
You got to get that good stir.
So, don't just throw a couple of us in there. And I mean, I don't know. Hopefully things will start turning around. You know what I mean? But anyway, we ain't going to talk about that no more. Like Birdman said, I ain't going to say no more.
We done.
We
done. Finished and we done.
Or we done. But anyway, let's talk about let's talk about on a positive note. We finished on
we finished
on Instagram,
and we done.
So everybody had to catch the whole thing on YouTube. All right, so let's talk about hip hop love songs, man. Since it's not Black History Month, Valentine's Day is coming up at the end of the week,
which is the 14th day of Black History Month.
Of Black History
Month.
See,
that's fucked up. We don't even get a whole month. We got to surrender to Valentine's Day.
Right, we got to share with Valentine's. So, but yeah. So hold on one second. Let me just save that, and we good there. All right. So yeah, as you can hear in the background, that oh so famous hip hop love song, I Need Love.
Whoa. You gotta do the little grab, you know what
I mean?
I can't do it. I can't.
Room, sometimes I stand at the wall. In my back of my mind, I see my conscience call. Gotta have a smooth voice.
The magical does.
Right.
I'm trying to do the hard thing. I can't do it. I can do the gut thing real quick. So yeah, that's an iconic song as far as hip hop songs that were about love and appreciation of the opposite sex and all of that. I will say one of my favorites is, if not my favorite, is Rakim's Mahogany. Oh yeah.
I mean, that joint, man. Back then I wasn't even into the love song, but when I heard that, it was like, yo, this shit is so fucking dope. I can't deny this, man. And it was like, for somebody who rap as hard as Rakim to come back and Smooth just take it in another direction, man, that was my shit, man. So
Mahogany was that jam. Yeah. I would have to say one of my favorites. I would have to say I Used to Love Her. Even though that was technically it wasn't like a song talking about a female per se.
Yeah, but it's still
a good.
It's like a love letter to hip hop. You know what I mean? So I get it. That was actually one of the ones I was thinking of because, Van Buren wanted us to do that. And that was I had made a list of my top, and that was one of them. Mm-hmm. I Used to Love Her. So, but you can't really deny, songs like that. I Need Love. I think he had a video for that one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And one thing that was cool about that, though, man, like it was, like if you hear it, like this was definitely like the 80s. Like it felt like you listen to that and listen to all the love songs from the 80s, like from other genres. This belonged, I felt, to that time era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It belonged there. And it was just like the hip hop version of a love song. The first hip hop version of a love song. And I would say, even though it's not technically a love song, one of my other favorites, I had to say, Looking at the Front Door.
Oh, yeah.
By the Main Source.
Uh-huh.
That's like that hard breakup. Yeah. That,
Looking at the front door. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to think, man, because that was like a hardcore, like, hard breakup song. But
it was almost like a little argument within the song.
Yeah.
You know, we fight every night, but that's not culture. I reminisce of something. We were closer. It was like him just arguing with the girl in the middle of the song or something. It was like, yo, that was my shit. That Large Professor really did the thing with that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Gotta give a shout out for that, man. Big Daddy Kane had a joint that was dope on his album. The Long Live the Kane was called, what was it called?
He had a video.
The Day That You're Mine. That's what it was called. The Day That You're Mine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were you saying?
I think he had another love song too. I can't remember, but it came out in '92, and he pretty much showed like it was a video. He showed like all the couples and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really. It was
I can't remember
cool
which
video.
one that was. But he really got into the catering to females. The more he did more albums.
Oh yeah, I mean, because he know the bigger audience.
Yeah, man.
And then on top of that, man, like. Shout out to Kane too, cause he be playing like the grown, and sexy, like damn grown, old school shit. Like, yeah, if you wasn't in Studio 54, let me hit this on you, right?
Cause you some of that stuff, some of y'all, that's before y'all time, man. Shit, some of it's before my time. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Kane been doing the thing, man, on social media. So, gotta give a shout out to him. Long live the Kane.
Long live the Kane.
But yeah, so that was, we just wanted to kind of talk about, something positive, just, it's almost Valentine's Day. I will say this, me and my wife, we really don't celebrate it because we believe that every day should kind of be a love yourself day, and we kind of celebrate every day. So we don't really like to wait till that one time of year.
Oh, that's a wrong book. I was trying to find like the.
But you know what I mean. We don't need it. So we used to go to the store on Valentine's Day and pick out cards for each other, but we wouldn't buy them. We would just pick out cards and just show it to each other. I'll pick out one for her and be like, here's this how I feel, and she'd be like, oh, that's perfect, and she'd pick out one for me and it would be perfect. And then we put them shits back on the shelf and go home. And that was our thing. That was just a cutesy, quirky thing that we did. Cool. You know what I mean? So, cool. Sometimes you got to do stuff like that. Because, I mean, like you said, the day ain't that important. We want every day to be a day of love, not just, we've been fighting all year, but let's just calm it down.
Yeah, just calm it down. We need that.
So, spread some love, spread some positivity.
Spread some VD on video. Hell, the coronavirus already going around. Might as well spread that VD in there too. It's like,
hey, coronavirus, all that shit is crazy, man. But don't let that shit panic you. Just be careful. Yeah. Be aware and be careful. People getting into a panic when you really don't need to be in panic mode. You need to just be aware and be smart. You know what I mean? And when it comes to spreading love, you know what I mean? We want y'all to spread love, but don't be silly and just be so one-sided that you're so, blinded by it that you let people take advantage of you. You got to spread love, but you also got to be ready to, spread that intellect, spread that wisdom, spread everything, and be ready to shine like you should. You know what I mean? It's not all about just one thing. Because see, when you try to tell some people just be positive, they get so positive, the next thing you know, everybody taking advantage. You know what I mean? You still got to be ready to fight if you need to fight. Yeah. It's always going to be a fight somewhere. So, but anyway, was there anything else you wanted to cover? I know we talked about Black History Month a little bit, but was there anything else you wanted to cover on Black History Month?
I think that's it, man. Oh, I definitely want to check out Who Killed Malcolm X on Netflix.
Yeah,
I definitely want to check.
I heard that's really good, man. Who Killed Malcolm X? That is on Netflix. Please go check that out.
Yeah, so, definitely for Black History Month, and that's another thing too. I need to revisit that. Well, actually, not revisit. I need to watch that Two Killings. They still got the Two Killings of Sam Cooke.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one either, but I'm gonna have to look for that too. So, but yeah, and then Hip Hop Evolution, check that out too.
Yep.
You want to learn your hip hop history? That's a good show for you.
Hip hop history is Black history, brother.
Yes,
you
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Real talk.
This is the perfect month to do that. You know what I mean?
Yes, y'all.
So, you know, and one thing I will say this real quick. In Royce the 5'9's new song, Upside Down, he talks about, you know, at the end of the song, he talks about hip hop. He was like, you know, be about the art, you know what I mean? Don't just be about the wave and all of that. And he was like, you know, a lot of people nowadays talking about they own their masters. But, you know, if you're not really making a good catalog, it don't matter if you own it or not. He said it's like owning 100% of nothing. He said, so worry about the art, you know what I mean? And that was that hit me because, you know, I've always been into hip hop as an art, not just, I want to make a lot of money. So I'm going to just, you know what I mean? It's not about that. You're going to make money if you're a good artist. You know what I mean? But if you're looking for money and then the art comes later, I can't respect you too much. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. Anyway, well, you got anything else you want to share before we sign it off?
Nah, man. That share, like, and subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Share, like, and subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Share, like, and subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Spread the love of Try Hip Hop Podcast.
Yes, sir.
All over the world.
Yes, sir. And for episode 110, you know, we're gonna hit that 200 before y'all know
200!
it. Y'all don't want to miss it.
We gonna be heavy. We gonna be like a fat boy, son.
Right.
Pressing.
Hey, I got goals, man. Set some goals for your life too, man.
Yeah.
So for episode 110, Try It Hip Hop Podcast. This your boy Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we're gonna see y'all on the next episode. Peace.